Hello and welcome. Today I'm going to be working on a Yamaha R-700 stereo receiver. This thing was supposed to be not working, but it did power up. And I've got a display. I don't know what's wrong with it, but I'm going to check it out. I think this thing is a transformerless type of. It has a transformerless type of amplifier section. So first thing I'm going to do is go ahead and check for DC voltage at the speaker outputs. I don't think I heard I'm not sure whether I heard a relay clicking or not. Let me try it again. Oh, I certainly did. I heard it right there. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and check that anyway. So now we're going to do this measurement here. And for that I simply take my multimeter leads. Of course I've got the multimeter function in the DC position because I'm checking for DC voltage at these speaker outputs. Of course ideally would be to slowly use some type of variable line transformer and slowly increase the voltage until the rated voltage. Say if it's 110 volts, slowly start up and then increase it to 110 volts. But a lot of people won't have that. I mean, I do have that. I have basically a variable isolation transformer. So I've got the camera now in the right angle, so this is supposed to be 0 or close to 0. And it actually is, which is a good sign. That means it's probably not going to be an expensive repair. So I actually got loudspeakers now hooked up, and let me go ahead and I got it on the FM channel. Let me. Oh, I hear some kind of scratching noise from the right speaker. Okay, the left speaker is okay. Still there on the right speaker, so I'm going to go ahead and try out a different function and see if this thing still makes that scratching sound to kind of localize the problem. Okay, right now I've got it in the aux position, and basically the same thing's happening. So it's definitely a problem that's common to either the preamplifier or the main amp. Could be a scratchy pot, but it could be a problem with a leaky capacitor too. I'm not sure yet. Let me go ahead and open this thing up. So the first thing I'm going to do is spray some contact cleaner down into the volume control, which is right here. And then once I'm done with that, I'm going to go ahead and work it back and forth a few times. And then if that doesn't cure the problem, I think I'm going to have to go ahead and see if I can't find the schematic, and then go from there. So I just applied that contact cleaner to my volume control here. So I'm going to go ahead and just use the right channel. Sounds much better now. I can hear still a little bit. Let me go ahead and put this thing in aux. Try the other side now. Okay, I think it was that potentiometer. I'm going to spray a little bit more in there and work it. I can barely hear any type of noise coming out there now. Any type of scratching, just a very, very minimum. don't want to have to take this thing all the way apart, which could be a hassle. I might have to take this potentiometer apart. I can barely hear a little teeny tiny bit of noise. Sprayed some contact cleaner into that volume control, and let me go ahead. I didn't have any problems with the left speaker. It was just the right speaker. So therefore I'm putting just the balance on the right, and I've got the function switch in the aux position, and I'm going to go ahead and play with this now. I think I can barely hear a really tiny bit of noise. Try the other side here. Okay, try this again. Okay, I think I might have to apply a little bit more. This might end up being a pretty easy fix. I really don't want to take this volume control potentiometer apart, because I basically have to unsolder everything, and you always stand a risk of ruining it when you do take it apart. Let me go ahead and put this thing in the tuner position. That's both channels now. Okay, I think I'm going to go just hook up an oscilloscope and see how the signal is coming out. To hook up an audio generator and an oscilloscope and just see what the signal looks like. And then I think after first I spray it, and then I do that, and then I think I'm going to leave this thing alone. Of course, I'm going to go ahead and spray contact cleaner into switches and potentiometers, whatever I can get to here. So next I'm just checking out the inputs to the other inputs like phono, aux, and tape. Right now I've got an audio generator hooked up, and I'm feeding in a pretty low level signal. I just grabbed the closest audio generator, and just to make sure I got something coming out from left and right. And I actually do, so I just switch connections now and then keep on doing this, and that should be it. I'm not going to do anything else to this. This is just a repair. This is not any kind of restoration, because unless I'm keeping this thing for myself, it really doesn't pay off to do a restoration. So now I'm checking out the aux, and same thing here. I don't see any problem. Now check out the tape input, and then I'm going to, I think, hook up the oscilloscope quick, and that should be it. So here I'm alternately checking each channel, but this is just with at the 1 watt level. It's putting out now about 2.8 volts RMS, which is about 1 watt, and I haven't seen any problems so far. Same thing with the other channel. So I think I'm going to go ahead and leave it at that.